Welcome back to another episode of Home Sweet Home Cooking. I am Rocky, your host, as always, in my mother's kitchen. Today, I'm going to redeem what I did. I tried to do a biscuits and gravy recipe a week ago or so, but my gravy didn't come together. I just used bad sausage and it was too greasy. It didn't work out, so I'm going to redeem myself. I've already got a batch of biscuits made, so oh, these look so good too. So today we're going to do biscuits and gravy 3 ways. It's going to be a sausage gravy, a tomato gravy, and a chocolate gravy. There's going to be a lot going on, so I'm going to shut up and we're going to get to it. So I've got on medium heat, cast iron skillet, got a little bit of oil in the bottom. This is a freshly seasoned skillet. The only thing that's been in it, biscuits were in when I put them in the oven. Oils to make sure your first batch of meat doesn't stick. And I'm just going to throw in some slices of Jimmy Dean. I'm using a quality sausage this time instead of the cheap store brand. And get this brown on both sides, cooked through. And I'm going to pour off the grease into a measuring cup because I'll be doing 2 batches of different kinds. So when this is done, I got the grease separated, I'll come back and show you what's next. Sausage is just about done frying. I'm going to get that drained off here in a second, but I'm going to go ahead and get the base of the chocolate gravy started. It is, you're going to whisk together in a heavier bottom saucepan 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 3 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I got that measured out, it's not a full quart cup. 1 cup of sugar, 1 pinch of salt, and I'm going to whisk that up. I don't have a whisk here, yes I do. And then you're going to add to that 1½ cups of milk, and you're going to whisk this till all the lumps are gone, and then that's going to go on a burner and it will be over at the stove as soon as I get this mixed in. Alright, this is going to go pretty quickly because we got 3 burners going. Turn that one back on to medium. I didn't have enough sausage fat. The sausage was rather lean. So I've got it, I made up the difference. There's 3 tablespoons worth of butter to make up the difference. I'm going the wrong way there. So there's 3 tablespoons of fat in here, in both. This is the chocolate gravy. Kind of got to keep almost stirring it constantly. And once you get your butter melted down or your fat hot, that's 3 tablespoons. You're going to put in 3 tablespoons of flour. And because I'm using a copper one here, making sure I use a plastic whisk so I don't scratch the bottom. Oh, there you go, you found one. And we're just going to keep whisking this until it changes color to a darker golden brown. Now you can go ahead and add your flour in. Your oil's already hot. I just turned it off for a minute. So this is just going to get stirred till it thickens. These are going to stir till they get a little bit brown, and we're going to go from there. So we'll be back when we catch up. So the chocolate syrup in the background is starting to get thick, or chocolate sauce, chocolate gravy. Going to add to that. And shut the heat off. Which one's the rear? The rear. Shut the heat off. Add 3 tablespoons of butter. 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And stir that in and let it thicken. Alright, they're getting to smell nutty. So now you can start to add your liquids. The tomato calls for a can of undiced tomatoes. I'm sorry, undrained diced tomatoes. Alright, also to this is going to be 1/2 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon pepper. And just simmer it till it's thick. Alright, turn the burner off. It has gotten nice and thick, so I'm just going to let this sit on the burner. Going to have to redo the The roux on the sausage gravy one, I use 2 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of bacon fat, and I just don't like it with the bacon fat in. It had a very burnt flavor or smell to it, so I didn't want to impart that into the gravy. So I'll start over with that, and for that I'm just going to do 3 tablespoons of butter, get that going. I'll add the flour and I'll make a roux to that. I'll be right back. Thank you. It's got a little bit of color to it. It smells nutty. So that means it's time to start adding milk. I'm going to add a little bit at a time, about a half a cup. Until it gets thick. Add a little more. Just going to stir the roux in. And now just stir to get all the lumps of roux out, the lumps of flour that might be in there. And now would be the time to add some flour, some pepper. Basically you're making a pepper gravy, a white pepper gravy. And now you just want to get it thick. So I'm going to keep whisking it until it thickens up. We'll take it off the heat. It's almost there already. It will thicken up in the pan a little bit after you take it off the heat, so don't go so thick. Like that right there is enough. Sausage gravy on a biscuit. Tomato gravy on a biscuit. Chocolate gravy on a biscuit. And our favorite part of the meal, the taste test. We're going to start with the tried and true, what we know. So we'll do the biscuits and gravy, the sausage gravy. They're all biscuits and gravy technically. Of course I go into the bottom, which is a little bit crunchy.
I'll go on the top.
Would have been better if the biscuits would have been fresh out of the oven, but I wanted to get them started before I left to take my dad to dialysis. And I was doing 3 gravies at one time, which is not easy. So what do you think?
It'll do.
It'll do, that's pretty good.
It's better than you were aware, but I don't think I should say it.
Say it.
I forgot.
Now this is the one she's not looking forward to because she just doesn't, it's a southern thing, she's not southern. And that's a tomato gravy. I like gravy. I don't know about on biscuits though. If I do the gravy again, I might use milk instead of the chicken broth, make it a little creamier, and use a crushed tomato instead of diced.
The flavor is okay.
Mm-hmm. This would be good on, I think this would be good on mashed potatoes if you're having it with meatloaf and having this on the meatloaf too. I think that'd be a good gravy for that. What do you think?
That would work.
And the last one, which is the one she just can't wrap her head around.
Supposed to be on ice cream.
This is very much like her chocolates, the homemade chocolate syrup she makes.
I want to find the easy part.
I think it's alright on a biscuit. If you want a sweeter breakfast biscuit, yeah, that'll do. That'll do fine. And like she said, you could put this on ice cream.
It tastes like my syrup so much.
You could instead of frosting a cake, put a slice of cake on a piece of cake on a plate, drizzle this over the cake, or a shortcake, a sweet biscuit, be fine. But this is part of the Southern Essentials list. Biscuits and Gravy, I think, was number 14 on the list.
We gotta make it 14 ways?
No, Biscuits and Gravy itself was 14. This is Biscuits and Gravy. I did it 3 different ways, so this counts to take number 14 off the list. Number 7 on the list was also gravies of different types. Sausage gravy, tomato gravy, chocolate gravy. So I've got 3 of them. So I still have some more to go. But I think these are really good. Great for breakfast. You could use this, in other places. I don't know where else you use sausage gravy.
On a biscuit.
On a biscuit. That's definitely breakfast. But this you could use as a gravy for a meal, and this could use as a gravy for dessert. So I really I had fun making this, even though we had to redo that one. Because this was interesting for me. This is something I never did before. I thank everybody who voted to make my essentials list. This was really good. I hope you all enjoy it, and thank you for watching. Have a great day.